when I hurt my back, it cut me off from everyone. I haven't been able to take care of myself since October of 2015. I asked people for help because I needed it. And, they gave me pretty words. I only had one friend for a while there. That was Christian Reno Michael Bort. He'd come in and he'd tell me about how people are lizard alien people and how I'm a reincarnation of Solomon and other schizophrenic stuff. I was having a nervous breakdown and I was really needing help, and people took everything after that so fucking wrong. I mean, Miss Bobby, fuck. And Josh, oh my god, he was such a fuckhead. And there's Veronica, fucking keeps on pushing the same goddamn thing. Like, no, I can't get my W-2s. Jesse's not working today. Please stop fucking hounding me about that. Talk to me instead of texting me. I need to hear a human voice that's not... I mean, fuck. I couldn't get away from the border police. They wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. I tried explaining to people, don't text me, please. Can you call me when you're gonna ask questions, and please don't tell me pretty words. That's a waste of our time. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. So Derek, I went over there to see him. I made a hammer for JoJo, and it was because I just needed an excuse to see a friend. That's it. And I needed him to listen, and I got there, and Derek was going off about something. I don't even remember what the fuck it was. And I really needed him to listen, and I'd been interrupted like probably a dozen times. And I was fucking frustrated as shit, and he was fucking just going out of his way to hear what he wanted to. And my words didn't come together just perfectly for one fucking sentence, and he went off for like 2 fucking days. And JoJo asked him to quit, and Mateo asked him to quit. Mateo's girlfriend asked him to quit. Janine asked him to quit. He just wouldn't fucking do it. So I asked him to go outside with me. When people are like that, it's because it's become a control issue and they're feeling challenged. It's best to talk to them one-on-one. So we went outside and he was wanting to fight and I wasn't. So I was trying to talk to him. He was still wanting to scream and still wanting to fight. So I started walking away and he started following me, fucking yelling at me. And I turned around and he was trying to fight. I went to give him a hug and he jerked his arms up and I fucking jerked back. He said I tried to headbutt him. Then he put me in a headlock. Everyone asked him to let it go. Everyone. But he couldn't. That was after Virginia. I saw him one more time after that. That was after Natalie died. Him and JoJo showed up at the Super 8. They didn't want to meet me at the Super 8 because they didn't want to see Brian Townsend. They wanted me to not tell them that they were there. And I didn't. His girlfriend JoJo, she's the one I got a hold of in Montana. I needed someone to explain to Maddie what the fuck was going on, but she had no fucking conscience about it. She had no remorse about it. She knew that's not something I would ever do. But when I called JoJo, she wanted to tell me pretty white girl shit. You know, when I moved from Nebraska to Colorado, I went up there to pack my stuff up and they were going to help me bring some stuff back. It was just supposed to be a day trip. And on the way up there, I was trying to explain what was going on. Natalie was still alive. This is before I made JoJo the Hammer. And I was trying to explain it on the ride, you know? I mean, it's like a 2.5-hour ride. And Derek would talk for a while, and him and JoJo, they kind of argue, but kind of not. And I was in the back seat, and I was trying to explain it, and every time I started to speak, one of them would say, "Can I say something?" I guess about halfway through the trip, I stopped trying to speak to them. I just listened to them talk for an hour. That pretty shit that people say. And there was so much going on. I mean, I was begging JoJo to talk to me, please, you know. Listen to what's going on. Find out what's going on. Stop telling me that pretty shit. Stop typing that shit at me and listen to what's going on. If you can't stop for 5 minutes to have a conversation in 6 weeks, then hey, you're not gonna help. So when we got there, I'd forgotten my keys. I had to stay outside. They were nice, and they gave me a blanket, you know. Dave came over and unlocked my door for me. He's the groundskeeper dude. I went in and packed my stuff. I didn't want anybody hurt. I wanted to see my loved ones, and Derek's a loved one, so's Jojo. But it's like everyone went crazy. They read one too many Facebook memes, and all of a sudden everything in life is fixed by Facebook memes. Meanwhile, they got each other and they got to see their loved ones. Every night I worry about the cops coming and knocking on my window like they did the other night. Every night I worry about that shit because it happens so often, and I gotta worry about driving because I put a gallon and a half of gas in here yesterday. It's what I had the money for. I drove from here to Walmart and back, so I gotta worry about running out of gas, stalling out, and being stranded on the side of the road with a vehicle with illegal plates, or with no insurance, I mean. And I went to a lot of people to try to get help, and the more people I went to get help from, the more they told me those pretty words, and you're easier to victimize when you're by yourself. Also, when you're by yourself, you think a lot more. When you got good stuff going on, you get that time by yourself, and it's pretty nice. But when all of your time is by yourself, Natalie definitely didn't get that. She never had to spend that kind of time alone. Like, the only friend I had here in town was Ray Ray. I knew her for 20 plus years, and I'm having severe anxiety. I need a peaceful and safe environment. And her husband's slamming doors and snapping at people over fucking trivial shit. I needed the stress in my life to go away. And I got miles and miles more piled on top of me. And everywhere I went, people have expectations. Sean, if you do this, then I'll do this. And I do what they want, and they don't keep their word.